YouTube channel. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do consider liking, sharing, and definitely subscribing. And if you're a member of the platform, lovely support. Thanks very much. Yes. So as you saw by the title, Curacao jumps, Jamaica, Surinam remains top, and Haiti is fire. Halfway the World Cup qualifiers, and we have a lot of talking points. So I'm going to be breaking down all of the games that actually played and what we made of them and how the actual end result will be looking, because it looks like the drama coming in all of the actual groups. Definitely this was the group that looked like it was smooth sailing, but we have some other things to break down so we could look at it, why maybe it looked smooth sailing at that point. All right, let me know if you guys are hearing the audio well. As you come in, remember to smash the like button so it gets the visibility. And you know our thing, we're not going to expand the video to 2 hours, because I don't think it necessarily needs that. Even though we are going to cover every team, I still don't think it necessarily needs that. All right, so we have Joseph Brown in the house, Lansley Blake, Rinaldo, and One Love. Yeah, man, bless up everyone that's coming in. So let we start with the standings, and then we go through the games themselves. All right, after the third sets of games, you have Haiti on 5 points, leading Honduras on goal difference, 5 points as well for Honduras. Costa Rica 3 points, and Nicaragua on a point. And then the second group, sorry, hold on. Where are they? 1 second, people, because I don't know why they're doing the groups like this. All right. For some reason. All right, so that is correct. All right, 1 second. Good, because they're shifting them up. All right, so Curacao on 7 points, Jamaica on 6 points, Trinidad and Tobago on 4, Bermuda on 0. All right. Yes, and then let me get the final group, because it's kind of scattered out, so that's why. All right. All right, so Haiti, Honduras, Costa Rica, and Nicaragua. Jamaica, Curacao, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Bermuda. And then we have Surinam, Panama, El Salvador, and then Guatemala. All right, let me know if you're rewatching which one of these groups after 3 games is the most shocking to you. All right, yes. All right, Rinaldo, thanks for being here. All right. The audio and video is clear. Thank you very much. Bestest documentary, massive respect. Thanks for being here. El Mexi as well. Thanks for being here. Roch Narden, and thanks for being here. Massive respect. All right. So let me know which one of the groups would be considered as the most shocking group. Because remember, all of the groups I would say 2 of the groups it comes as a surprise who is leading. 2 of the groups for me definitely is a surprise. All right, the other group was much more of a toss-up, to be honest. All right, then we have Warrior 777 in the house and our brother Chris Smith. So let me go to the matches, guys. So Haiti took on Honduras. Will be taking on Honduras. So that was a game that played. So Haiti took on Nicaragua. Good morning, Presser. Hope all is well with you and the family. So Haiti took on Nicaragua. So the Haitians, they were making the news because we have heard that they're going to be signing maybe 3 super quality players, like top level for Concacaf region. Father Bling, bless yourself. Thanks for being here in documentary as well. So everyone was excited on the Concacaf page. Everybody talking about Haiti, so we are expecting to see how they're gonna set them and all of those stuffs. All right. So the Asians started with Placide, 150 years old. He's still there. Arcos, Ade, Duvern, and Lorax at the back. Province. All right, so let me give you it. All right, so Province, 24 years old, coming in from Almira City. All right, yes. Nice to see. All right, yes, because I saw him before. Belgrade, Jean Jacques, that is, and Casimir, those are the ones that started in the middle. So you never had Deadson that starts and everything. So Casimir was the one that you're looking to see. All right, then we want to see what he's going to offer. All right, and indeed, he is a baller, 1000%. And up front are the two big dogs, which is Nazan and Perra. All right, obviously they have more quality on the bench. Don't get me wrong, they have more quality on the bench, but those guys still hold their positions. All right, those guys still hold their positions. All right, so Belgrade comes in, and Casimir. All right, let me know what you make of them. Belgrade coming in from Wolves, market value 20 million. All right, let me know what you make of him. Uh, this story about players can't come in and just be dominant in CONCACAF. I am telling you, this is a baller. This is a baller. He looks every single second of a $20 million baller. All right, so 80 looking good. 80 looking good. All right. And DNA Football, bless myself. Thanks for being here, guys. Remember, DNA has a new channel, so go and support him. All right. So yeah. So Casimir, Belgrade, they are looking nice, and once again, quality players comes into CONCACAF and they are dominating. They just walk into CONCACAF and they're dominating. All right. So the story about CONCACAF is very hard to fit in. Nothing don't go like that. All right. Because all the guys them on the front page of CONCACAF are all new guys. Make that make sense. Every player that is on the front screen of CONCACAF for the last actual 3 weeks are all new players that's playing for the countries. And people told me that CONCACAF was the hardest thing to settle in. I think all of the fantasy is getting exposed this year. All right. So, guys, are you not seeing that? For Suriname, you saw it was Margareta leading the charge on that side. Belgrade them on the front. Obviously, you have Nazan doing very well. He's scoring goals for fun. But the fact that all these guys come in and settle in, they are getting all the cloud. Umzo, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Conrad as well. So, guys, that's why you need to listen good. These stories, what people telling you, nothing like that is true. And I'm loving that all of these teams are bringing in quality players and exposing the myth. All right, yes. Boy, JD, you was right about Suriname. Laugh out loud. No, we're talking 80 now. 80 is getting quality, top tier ballers in their team, and I love it. All right, yes. So, anyways, they blanked Nicaragua. You know you're not going to go into Nicaragua and win position as easy. You saw every team goes there, struggle. Guatemala, Honduras, Jamaica, everybody goes to Nicaragua and struggle, because the one thing I can give them, they have mastered the craft to be as technical as possible. They might not win every game, but they're going to push you to play your best in order to win the game against them. And I want to say that it's a game just the same. Possession 56 for Nicaragua to 44. One big chance to 3. So out of 80s, 44%, they have created 3 big chances from 10 shots. And Nicaragua created 1 big chance from 13 shots. 3 saves apiece. All right. Yes. Nice. 383 passes to 318. A slightly low, but if you watch the game, it was still smooth passes. Maybe they could have quitting the passing rate a lot more, but it was still trying to look for accuracy and sustainability from both teams, and people nullifying each other in areas. So tactical battles. I want to say that 80 if they keep on improving like this, we might start talking about Haiti winning this group. All right, if they can get a next result after this, and we can say that Haiti up against Honduras, if they get a draw in this game, I think Haiti winning the entire group if they can pull off a draw. And I don't see them can't beat Honduras. They can beat Honduras, even in Honduras, 1000%. All right. Bless up Martin Baker, Sheridan. Yeah, man, everyone that's coming in, massive respect. So that's for Haiti, guys. Wonderful 3-0 victory for Haiti. Well deserved. All right. Nicaragua is a very good team. If they're in other groups, they might be pushing for the top in other groups as well. They are that team that you have to come out and play. All right. Then you have Honduras, Costa Rica, another stalemate for Costa Rica. To be honest, the fluidity between Martinez and Ugalde, I think they need to try more things. They need to be a little bit more braver. And that's why it's tough when you get only 2 points from the first game. First games. You understand me? So we have to be careful. We have to be careful in the way they approach things. And I think that they should be more brave. In my opinion, for Costa Rica, they should have been a little bit more brave. It looked like they never wanted to lose the game because maybe if they lost the game, it's done for them. You know, so they never wanted to lose the game at all. But you have to go into every game like that if you like how you never got the 3 points in the one. You know, so it's looking tough for Costa Rica, but they are still the favorites because that's what people says. But I want to say that if Haiti keep on getting it together, synergy looking better and better, Haiti will hurt one of these teams because they are bringing in quality players. All right, so 0-0 between Honduras and Costa Rica. So the next sets of matchup is Haiti versus Honduras and Costa Rica versus Nicaragua. I am going with Haiti turning over Honduras in Honduras. And I am going with Costa Rica winning, getting their first win. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Their first win over Nicaragua. Another tough game. All right. Yes. Costa Rica ordinary, not looking good. They're looking good. They're looking good in their transition, offensive transition. That is. I think they're a little bit sluggish on their defensive tracking back. They are definitely looking sluggish. I think they got exposed by Haiti. Haiti's wing plays. You know, I want to say they got exposed by Surinam. And then everyone took that wing play style out of the book. Let them come on to you because obviously their players are very good. Double team Ugalde. You can let Martinez. He's just gonna run up and down. You get me? Once you close off Ugalde, Alcacer, if he's playing, he adds some value. But Ugalde is the one you try to slow down, isolate him in areas, and then you have a better chance to win the ball. And on the counter, they are very much vulnerable to the attacks, especially with wide, talented wingers, because that is essential. You can be speedy but have no ability aside from speed. You understand me? But these guys are, Deadson and those guys are a problem because they're fast and ridiculously skilled. Like what you saw what Deadson did to Damian Lowe. Made him eat at least half of the grass in the pitch. You understand me? So they are not just fast. They bring quality with the speed. So you have to think about a lot of things. You can't just show them the byline because they're going to cut in and trap you up. And if you close off one angle, they put the ball on top of para that is 50 foot 60 tall head. So you have a limit. They have 16 ways to get the ball in the back of the net. So it makes them very difficult, and Costa Rica struggled with that style. All right. Yes. So Costa Rica looking like there are problems. They're having problems at this point because it's a lot of teams. But we expected that because it was the group of death, one of the group of death that they were in. So we expected those challenges. And top teams come over the top, figure it out and get to the end. All right. And you talking okay, whatever. Umzo, Yeah, JD, I disagree, JD. He did not make him eat off of the grass. Okay, sorry. All right, people can go back and watch the games. I am a analyst. I'm just referring the game using a reference with how devastating these players are. You know, so it's not like a one-off situation. They do it all the time. And because I know that this channel kind of have a lot of Jamaicans, I give them something that they can remember. You understand me? Big up yourself, everyone that's coming in. Please do it, like button, share, and subscribe. I believe Panama going to beat Suriname, lead the group going into November. But I've not talked about Suriname as yet. Figo. So it looks like you're fixated on a specific team because we're doing one group and we're talking about Haiti, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, but you talking about Suriname. Figure. So can you follow the discussion? We're doing each group so everyone gets their time. All right. So we're giving 80 their flowers. Nobody never expected them to do anything. Even me. All right. Yes, even me never expected 80 to be doing this good. So but obviously they are in the qualities and stuff, and it only proves again quality definitely improve things. All right, so big up to 80, keep on doing the great work. Let me move on to the next group now. So because that guy look like he wants to talk about Suriname, and maybe a lot of you guys want to talk about Suriname. So let me move on now. So Suriname went into battle against Guatemala. Guatemala, definitely one of the high rising teams coming in. All right, one of the high rising teams coming in. At least because where they're playing wouldn't tell you that they are this good. But if you don't turn up on a day, Guatemala can beat you. You understand me? And then Suriname is one of the rapidly rising teams, like maybe one of the teams that will be ranked 100 plus. But Suriname is better than teams in the top 5, or can beat any team in the top 5 because they have equal, if not more talent than people inside the top 5 as well. So it's just them to put it together, win the games, and get up there to the top 5 conversation. All right. And the more we see them play is the more we're thinking that, yeah, they added this piece, and not just the top 5. Maybe they start fighting because they are the football fundamentals. If they are the deadly striker, and some maybe backup in defense, a center back, additional center back, and a right back, additional right back, you might can start saying, oh, damn, this team can put it together and start looking like, oh, Curacao played USA and passed them off the park 4 or 5 years ago. You can maybe start seeing those things. Because remember, Curacao was the first team, came to this region and played top teams like United States and outplayed them. Like physically hold the football and outplayed them. Curacao was the first team that brought in the Netherlands, the Dutch players, and came here with that style. So I think Suriname is just trying to enhance what Curacao did and still doing to this day, because Curacao is going to be a big part of this video as well. But they were the ones first doing it. So Curacao is not a team, not a nowadays team. Curacao all United States and ping ball around them. All right, so they are not a bad team for Jamaicans. I just wanted to know they have been doing these things for years. All right, so anyways, starting 11, you had Hagen, very good goalkeeper, Pinto, Adera, Samayo, Morales, Saravia, Franco, Robles, Santis, Rubio, Rubin, and Lopez. That was the starting lineup. And for Suriname, you had Vassen goes back in goal, Pinas, Denzel comes back off injury, Redsiana Apps comes back in, Anderson, Jovan Anderson, he gets his debut. Let me know if you guys watched him and what you made of him. I thought that he showcased his footballing brain, and he's a natural footballer. He's a natural footballer, technical ability, fast, skill, composure for days. I saw him slip from if right back to defensive central, and he was very comfortable doing it. Talented footballer with a good footballing brain, at least for this region. So maybe if he goes at a higher level, he might get exposed. But for this region, definitely a good addition to the Suriname team. All right. Kenneth Paul in midfield with Justin Loneweek, and then up front you have Sharon Lebeka, Chajan Shiri comes back, and Margaret, the one that is rapidly becoming the poster boy. He just needs to add more end product, stop with the over dribbling. It's like he wants to dribble every day, you know, but he's highly skilled though, highly skilled. And Grot came in as the leading striker. This is a game that I think Suriname should have won easy, well, 4-5-0. 4-5-0, because even the goal that Guatemala got, it was a error from them. Who I'm going to call out for this performance, that why I think they never dropped the 4-5-0 on Guatemala, because they were better than Guatemala from the kick to the end of the game. There's no point of this game you thought that Guatemala was better than Suriname. Suriname looked terrible, better than Guatemala. Light years better, and should have easily well be 3-0 up after 25 minutes in the game. All right, but Shara Lebeka, I am disappointed in Shara Lebeka. Margareta playing much better than Shara Lebeka, which should be the poster boy for them. The take-ons them from Margareta looks more like he wants to play. I think some of these big players come into the region and they don't want to get injured. And that's what I'm getting from Becca. He seems like he doesn't want to get injured. You understand me? And I think the other players, them, they are playing for Suriname a lot. I'm not saying Becca not playing for Suriname. Don't get me wrong, people. But it seems like he's taking his time, like how Liam Bailey plays for Jamaica. I think that's how Becca looks for Suriname, and the other players them playing 100%. So if you could have gotten him 100%, they would have pushed back Guatemala further back, and Margaret would have gotten more opportunities to cut inside, because they always saw that Becca always just outside and more on his line and not really doing as much. And they could have made what is Morales comes a little bit higher to release their defense, because they were struggling. And I thought that Becca let them off the hook, and he needs to do better, or Messiadian just starts over Becca, period. All right, or Kirk, yes, Scott. Kirk would be better. I think Kirk and Margaret actually just looks like they wanted a lot more, you know. Yes, so after all the misses, chances for Suriname, went in 0-0, and then an error from Shaquille Penas tried to chest the ball down too composed, and a wonderful acrobatic finish there from Darwin Lum, after the big error from Penas, and it went up 1-0, and we thought that they were going to win it, because obviously maybe that was their strategy from day one, you know. You guys are saying maybe they need to put Becca at striker, maybe because they can't find the lethal striker that they're looking for. Put him at striker, let him battle with some defenders, so he can't course through the games them, you know. Yes. So after that, we never expected them to come back, but they were threatening the whole damn game. So Kier comes on, Messiajan came on, and they were creating chances, shot after shot, crosses after crosses, and he got one. I think it was Paul laid it off to him. Let me see who got the assist, so I can let you know. It was Burius laid it off to him, because Paul gave it to Boyz, and Boyz laid it off to him, and he just volleyed it, and it looked like it took a deflection, made off Vassan, which is the goalkeeper. I think it might have took a deflection. Maybe if it didn't, let me know. All right, yeah, and it went on 1-1, but I don't think Guatemala deserved nothing from this game. Suriname let them off the hook. It could have been easy, well, a whole heap of goals, you know. If he's barely being physical, playing on the wing, you think that's what I'm saying. Maybe you force him there, so he has nothing more than you have to play. You have to fight there at least. Show something. But he showed nothing in this game for me. And you saw that once he takes on the players them, he's gonna go around them. But he just doesn't want to take the extra risk. All right. Martin said, JD, I believe all 3 groups will come down to the last game. Yes, I think so as well. Mark Lambert, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. So 1-1 for Suriname there. And then you have El Salvador versus Panama. That one ended 1-0. El Salvador did score and that got cancelled, because I thought it would have been a super problematic game after that. All right, yes. But to be honest, I'm going to give El Salvador credit. I don't know if it's a Panama dropped off a little, or it's just El Salvador played a very good game. But at one point, El Salvador looked even with Panama. I'm very surprised that Panama and Costa Rica looks closer to the pack. Is it that the other teams are getting really good? Or it's just both of these teams dropped off? But we just saw Panama, and Panama looked very good in the Gold Cup. So and El Salvador looked very ordinary against Suriname and Guatemala as well. Damn. It's hard to judge, man. It's hard to judge. El Salvador set up. Big up everyone that's coming in. Massive respect. Yeah, man. Thanks for the continuous support. As what we said, double click the screen to get the likes up. That's what we want to see you guys doing. All right. Yeah, man. It ended 1-0, so Panama get the 3 points that they wanted for all those matches, but it wasn't easy at all. And some could say that El Salvador might be playing better than Panama in that game. And if they had gotten the goal, if the goal had stood at the time, Panama might never came back in this game. You understand me? So Panama, ooh. All right, JD, these teams want to go to the World Cup. We are seeing that. JD, Panama don't drop off. The other teams step up. Float management, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Gary Powell in the house says, big up your damn self. Big up yourself. Tito Rodriguez, how you doing, man? Thanks for being here. Massive respect. So the next set of games of this group. Ooh, for the best match that played in the first set of games was Suriname Panama, and I want to say that it might be part two. Ooh. All right, so Suriname versus Panama, the battle of the table toppers. Ooh. Let's see how you guys think this is going to go. I think it's going to be a very good game. Very, very good game. Panama pitch is very good. Conditions, weather pattern, I have no problem about that. Good God. I think Panama is the favorites, but I can't see Suriname not giving them all sorts of problem. To him, big yourself, thanks for being here. I can't see. JD, there's a universal law of success, and every team except Jamaica is implementing that. It's not quota. And xenophobia. Okay. Well, you have a point, because the teams and Concacaf promoting their top callers that they do bring. So you're right, So Suriname versus Panama. Oh, you're going, guys. This is in Panama. All right, they drew in Suriname. And to be honest, Suriname had the slight advantage in that game to take it. Could have been around 6-5. You think you're going to see an open game with goals this time? Or you're going to see the same big misses? All right, SF, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. El Mexi. Yeah, man, once you come in and click the like, it just keep on going up. Peak Bill says, yes, we know it's a big match. Who you're going for? Suriname or Panama? Suriname winning or draw the game. So float management don't think Panama getting a win in this one. Panama is the favorites going into this one, people. Panama still is a big dog, Yes, Suriname are a whole heap of new players again, and they are playing football. Jamaican Guna, big up yourself. Thanks for being here, my brother. Massive respect. So the man, I'm saying Suriname taking the game or drawing, so Suriname not dropping any points against Panama. Imagine, you remember when we were doing the breakdown, And I was telling Cranky say after the first match, you know, I don't see but that brother named Cranky anymore, you know. Because he had to come here and tell me that I was telling the truth, I don't see him again. Cherry going to be a danger, man. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Panama lunch to get. Okay. It will go to. Also, people say a draw. That is sad, you know. For you guys not saying Panama will outright win this game, you know. I think I've got my respect then. The marks, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. All right. So one man finally give Panama a win. Say 2-1 Panama win or 1-0. All right. World Cup qualifying games are very difficult. Okay, so Fabian Jack says World Cup are very difficult. Gary Powell says Suriname have a plan and they will have better finishing this time. Okay, so people saying Suriname taking it. Oh my God! So you guys don't have a belief that Panama going through? Roger Grant says it's going to be a draw. Suriname can win the game. They have the quality. Suriname have to win from Panama, but Panama is the favorites. And I agree. Ronaldo. And I actually think if Suriname draws this game, you know, Panama in more trouble. I think Panama should not make Suriname get away with anything from this game. Because I actually believe that Suriname beating El Salvador in Suriname, and I think Suriname beating Guatemala at Guatemala. It just looks like Suriname is more ready than Panama for the other teams. So because Guatemala-Panama game never looked that one-sided. You understand me? So I do believe that Panama should not make Suriname leave there with any point at all. Because I think if they leave with a point, they might be making the first place for the World Cup. If they leave there with a point, I think they are making it to the World Cup. So Panama, if you don't want Suriname makes the World Cup, don't make them leave with a point. But if they leave with a point, they are making the World Cup. They are the ones making the World Cup. JD, will Class be back? I'm going to check it. I'm going to give you all the updates. JD, you always have my respect because you speak with facts and less emotion. Yeah, man, you know that, man. That's why them say me not so Jamaican. Because me kind of go with whatever the facts are. Suriname will get more players in the next window. And maybe one, yeah, you'll have Kier coming back, but maybe one new player. All right. Who are joining the Suriname bus? I want Suriname to win, but Panama still the favorites. Yes, I agree. Panama still the favorites. Suriname just want a striker. If they get Peru, if they get Peru, yeah, it'll be good. Bessa says agreed. On that JD. The World Cup games, Concacaf full of excitement. Yes, every game, every group is going down to the wire. That is nice. Jamaica, Honduras, and Suriname will qualify for the World Cup come November. 12 tribes. Oh my God. So 12 tribes avoid every other game. And he says Jamaica, Honduras, and Suriname qualifying for the World Cup. Good God. All right. Let me take a picture of that, you know, because we are going to come back to his statement. You know, in the future. All right. So Tribe says Jamaica, Suriname, and Honduras qualifying. So no Panama, no Costa Rica, no Curacao or Trinidad making it out. Tribes already have the magic one. I said Suriname beating Panama to the World Cup. Honduras beating Costa Rica and Haiti to the World Cup, and Jamaica beating Trinidad and Curacao to the World Cup. Good God, let me know if you agree with him. That would have been the upsets of upsets. All right, because that would have meant only one team that people thought would have made it, and that would have been Jamaica. The next actual two big teams wouldn't make it. The actual two big teams, you know, are Costa Rica and Panama, you know. It's not Jamaica, it's Panama and Costa Rica. And they wouldn't make it. Damn. JD, the only team that will give away points is Jamaica. That's what the mark says. We're going to get to the Jamaica one. Just hold on. Let me give others their flowers and we'll get to the Jamaica. Because remember, I told you I have my time today. All right. And later, I think I'm going to break down a video. I think me and Sean will be there. Last week, I never got a time to bring on Dean Brunnings. Maybe I will get him this week after the games finish. Panama drop off form after the Gold Cup. A draw will be difficult for Suriname. If they draw, I'm telling you, they are winning that group. That's all I'm telling you. But if they don't draw, that's where it comes from. JD love taking pics. No, the man make a comment and I took the picture to go back when the all games are finished. Peck said Jamaica, Haiti, and Suriname making it through. Jesus. So hold on there. Why are you guys so confident on Jamaica, but putting down Panama and Costa Rica? Damn, nobody believed that Costa Rica and Panama making it through. Wow. Damn. I love this. I love this because people just being honest. They don't see the actual two big teams and making it through. Damn. Wow. All right. See, Dean Fraser said Jamaica, Haiti, and Suriname. Oh, that's his wish. All right. Suriname just need to score their chances and they are going to go through. All right. Okay. Morning, JD. Beat them bad. Suriname hot side. Okay. You can't leave from Costa Rica in trouble. Yes, we know. We know. All right. Panama team good. Panama team is very good. You know, but the fact that nobody not giving them any respect, you know. All right. So anyways, so instead of Suriname, nobody can really truly pick one from the Suriname Panama game. But El Salvador, Guatemala part two. Part one, you know, El Salvador won that game. And I can tell you that game should have finished 6-0 to Guatemala. Guatemala missed chances after chances after chances. Only the referee should have just put the ball in the back of the net. I actually think that Guatemala wins this game convincing. 3-0 or 3-1. Morning, JD. Don't you think that Pinas has to play left back? Yes, I think so, Kiran. I think Pinas should not get in the game. I think he's a liability for Suriname for the longest time, you know, man. Obviously, offers a good amount of passing range and run into midfield, but Denzel can do all of that just the same, you know? Yes, so I think he needs to go on the bench. That's what I think. JD, you're correct. Jamaica is very inconsistent. Be honest, people. I'm surprised that you guys show up with so much confidence because when you beat me so bad the other day for my preview, when you guys came here and I asked you, what have Jamaica done in football to be a favorite over Curacao? Like, what are they doing? Like, I don't understand. You know, because player quality are the same, and we sure know the midfield for Curacao is better than Jamaica from day one. Before the game kick off, we know that. You agree to it, but still saying that Jamaica is the favorites. What? Oh, that wasn't even possible. But anyways, let me kick on to the next group now, which is the drama, the less quality group with more drama, because the fan bases are the drama, because you have Trinidad and Jamaica in it, and I think they're the two drama fan base. But they have less quality than the other groups. I can tell you that. This group is not better than none of the other groups. I don't think none of these teams qualifying in none of the other groups them. I am telling you, blood. None of these teams qualifying in the other groups. Now, let me make that clear what I believe. I don't think none of these teams are better than none of the other teams. In maybe only El Salvador. I think El Salvador, people can beat El Salvador. But none of the other teams, you guys ain't beating. No Haiti, no Suriname, none of the other teams, blood. All right, them teams, no Panama, none of the other teams, all right, yes, that's my take. All right, you guys can tell me what you want. I think the other teams beat the brakes off these teams in this group. So anyways, now you're a big dog. Trinidad went up against Bermuda. JD, hold on. JD, what happening? Jamaican loving Suriname now, because the one thing about Jamaicans, they love excitement, and I think Suriname starts to get the excitement on their side, you know. Yes, and remember Jamaica lose as well, so they had to be humble, because if Suriname had lost, they were over there trolling me, you know, when El Salvador scored, you know, they were over there eating, you know, and when Suriname scored back, they were crying, and then we came over the Jamaica stream. So believe me, they were 18. So I think they got beaten into being respectful. Yes. So Chas, that's exactly what happened. They beat, because they were over there in the stream. Yeah, Guatemala, my team, Guatemala, just beat them. I never, they are eaters. Anyways, Suriname drawback because they were a better team and never deserved to be down in the first place. But because the Jamaican haters were there, begging for them to lose, you know. Okay, so you said the reason why Jamaica was the favorites because Jamaica were going further in the competitions than Curacao. All right. Uh, you have to put a date on that. Truth or truth. You have to put a date on that because if you're looking at recent form, Curacao looked better than Jamaica in the Gold Cup and it was not even close. You understand me? The windows before, Curacao still look better than Jamaica as well. So if you go back to the last 10 matches for Curacao, they look better than Jamaica. So unless you're just going for the history to say that. I thought you were going for more recent games and the quality added to the teams and the current position that they're in with available players. So that's what I thought you guys used to come to a conclusion who is the favorites, you know? And even you, truth or truth, you were saying that the midfield would have gone to Curacao. And everybody on this platform said the midfield would have gone to Curacao. So I'm surprised when people saw the midfield of Curacao, at least the starting one, which we expected to start. They looked dominant on Jamaica for the first 25 minutes. But anyways, let me just give Trinidad their credit. So Trinidad scored their 3 goals this time. The 3 that got cancelled against Jamaica. They gave it to Bermuda. Bermuda did start it off this one good and should have scored. Naki Wells should have scored on Jamaica. Should have scored on Curacao. And he should have scored on Trinidad. So Naki Wells definitely let himself down. Naki Wells had a easy sitter to put in the back of the net. And Trinidad went straight up the pitch to score. So it was Bermuda should have been 1-0 up. Right. It was Bermuda should have been 1-0 up, you know. And they missed the big chance. And then Trinidad goes straight up the pitch to score the first one. So Bermuda off and puff, showcasing that they play good football. Showcase that they play good football, but they just don't have the overall quality from back to front. I want to say their midfield looks solid and their wing plays, especially the left winger, he's devastating. He will chop you up. He will deal with it very bad and create. Because he deal with Jamaica very bad, he deal with Curacao very bad, and he creates so much opportunities for his team. But Naki Wells need to do better. He's an established professional footballer, so he should be finishing these chances. Should have been easy well on 3 to 4 goals. Naki Wells should have easily well been 3 to 4 goals. 1 or 2 against Jamaica. One, I would say shorty one, the one that he got behind Damian Lowe, which Damian Lowe gave him the ball, and he got behind Damian Lowe, and the weight came out. Weight never made himself big enough, and Naki Wells kicked the ball away. So that should have been 1-0. 1 for him. And he got 1 against Curacao. And then this one. So 3 goals, 3 big chances. Naki Wells missed every damn one of them. And I was hyping him up so much, and he let me down. So Naki Wells, you owe Bermuda, because Bermuda should be scoring more goals because their performances deserve more because they are creating the chances. You understand me? Before the game said, JD, remember the group with TNT is soup. All right, so TN before the game in the chat, it will come down to the last game. I still have faith in Jamaica, but we're dealing with Trinidad now. We're gonna get to Jamaica. Jamaica getting its time. Don't worry yourself. I'm not. I have my 45 minutes, but after the 45 minutes, I will give you the Jamaica time. All right. So Sealy, Spicer, and Garcia, all of the guys them that we talked on, they were the ones that they are gonna have a good 3 set of players, 3 exciting players, fast, skilled players, you know? Yeah. So nice from them. 3-0 against Curacao. I think Curacao they need to, if they should get anything from the game, they have to start a little bit faster. They have to start a little bit faster because they tend to start very slow. They tend to start very slow in these games. That's Trinidad. So they have to start very much faster because Curacao should have been 3-0 up on Trinidad in the first game. 3-0 up. The goalkeeper should have gotten a red card within 10 minutes of the game. And I thought that Concacaf did a Concacaf thing there and gave him a yellow card. Was it Margarita? I thought it was Margarita. Slipped to the left-hand side, cut around, and break past him. And he jumped out of his 18-yard box and handled the ball. And then they gave him a yellow card. He stopped the play. That should have been a mandatory red card, blood. But people, I'm not fighting against Trinidad. I'm just giving you a breakdown what took place in the game. So that should have been 1-0 and a red card. And they gave them a yellow card. A yellow card claimed that he made an attempt. You know. But you're outside. So it can't be an attempt because you're outside and you handle the ball. But anyways, second half of that game, Trinidad came back and played very, very good against Curacao. Pretty much took over the game. And if you want to say, based on the overall game, Trinidad was a better team in the end. Because look like once Curacao doesn't score early, they tend to fade in the games. You understand me? So, and we saw that against Jamaica as well. But maybe I would break down that a little bit different. Yes, but so Trinidad need to start faster. You know, they need to start faster because this time Curacao might score 2 or 3 on them very early and they can't come back in the game because Curacao have the technical ability to pass straight through them. You understand me? And if you have to always be pushing forward for a goal in the second half after losing, I think you set yourself up for failure. That's what I think for Trinidad. But Trinidad, I want to say that based on all the games and so far, sad to say, I think that Trinidad is the best playing football team here. I said it before, in the last week, I said out of all two, Jamaica versus Trinidad, Trinidad was better than Jamaica. Trinidad versus Curacao, Trinidad was better than Curacao in the end. I actually think Trinidad playing the best football in the group, people. Trinidad actually playing the best football in the group. Obviously, Jamaica and Curacao have maybe a well-rounded set of talent on their squad. So maybe that will help both teams to level it out. But Trinidad actually playing a better football than everybody else. Yes, based on all 3 games. Because even when we go over to Jamaica versus Curacao, we're going to say that Curacao pretty much just played 35 minutes. And that's what we're going to go. We're going to go over to that one. But let me just square it off. So, Curacao, so that's my take still. You guys can say anything you want, give your opinion on it. But for me, I think that Trinidad is playing the best football out of every team. Based on all the games. That's what I think. And I had said it with week 2. Game 2, I said it's Trinidad because Trinidad was better than Jamaica and they were better than Curacao as well. They were unfortunate to not take 3 points against both of them, to be honest. All right. So to be honest, if they keep it up, score their chances, I think Trinidad will be a troubled team. If they can start faster and take their chances, they can be a troubled team and win this. So this is not over, people. You get me? Yes, we were lucky against them at home as well. They are a good team and they're putting it together. And I don't think this group is over because Jamaica has to go there and play them as well. And to be honest, if they play anything like that, what they play in Jamaica have a strong chance of not coming away with nothing against Trinidad at all. You understand? We have to make sure we have every player available. Make sure we get our T's and dots crossed and everything. Yes, because Trinidad have a good, if they continue this, of playing the better football than everybody else, they have a chance of beating Jamaica. I think they might be the favorites going into Trinidad. For me, Trinidad is the favorites over Jamaica going into Trinidad. Yes. Jamaica have to improve, add quality to the team, especially in midfield and all of those stuff. But yes. I think Trinidad might be the favorites going into in the game in Jamaica. In Trinidad, yes, because they have been playing good. They ball Curacao there, and Curacao beat Jamaica. So, and they played better than Jamaica for me in Jamaica. So I can't say that they wouldn't be the favorites to me, especially if they get something against Curacao. If they get a draw or something, good God, man! If they get a draw or a win against Curacao, we talking about Curacao only. You might go back and don't get anything in Trinidad, all right? JD, me know you never sleep Friday night. No, I did. I was awake fully. Don't worry yourself. Anyway, so let me move on now. So Jamaica, Curacao now. Jamaica, Curacao. All right, so this game was a weird game. This weird game. This was the lineup. This was the lineup. Hold on, hold on. So Jamaica, Curacao, people. But Jamaica Jamaica ball Curacao. We're Dima, we're going to talk about it now. We're going to talk about it now. So Room in goal, Gardy, Abispo, Brennett and Sambo at the back. Bakuna, Kamencia and Bakuna as well. That's Juninho Bakuna. So that's the Bakuna brothers. Margareta, which I was talking about from early. Lacadia and Anson. Anson is the new boy added to their team. All right. That pitch is garbage. All right. Is there some home game? So yeah. Okay. Okay. So you said you want, Truth said you would want a counter setup. God damn. I am not so confident in the counter setup, you know. All right, so, and then for Jamaica now, you had Andre Blake in goal. Really wanted to see Andre Blake back, but some would say that first goal, I don't believe in the story that you guys are telling me about the first goal. I think the deflection took it away from Blake, you know. The deflection took it away from Blake. If he had seen the ball before the deflection, or if it wasn't a deflection, I think he had a better chance to save it. But it's a very good goal, you know, people. It's a very good goal. I heard a lot of people beating him. People text me, beating him. But I think he couldn't save it. He couldn't save it. Oh my God. Did you guys actually replay the goal? Like, you just want to fight the players them? No, Dima, how can you move when the ball hits somebody else? You don't know where the ball going. I think you guys don't actually go back and watch the replays. I mean, you just make up your mind on something and you don't want to change your mind after. I think the deflection that the ball took, and it was a good strike, so it had pace to the strike. Because it would have been a 34-yard shot naturally. So the deflection took it off. It's pretty much like a 15-yard shot instead of a 34-yard shot, because it took a deflection from that. So what you're planning, it's a different plan you have to have after the deflection. I am not here to I'm not here to protect no player. All right, I'm just telling you the deflection changed the trajectory of the ball, so it's like a different shot from a different location. You understand me? All right, them say Blake time up. All right, Blake should save it. Oh my God, Blake has a high standard. He should still save it. So people, let me know if he should still save it. Hard to tell if it took a deflection from what I saw. So look at the angle of the ball. Look if it's easy to know if you take a deflection. If you can't see it, look at the movements of the ball. Then Big Boss. Oh, so people said, yes, he should have saved it. Oh, my God. But you see, if it was the other goalkeeper, only wouldn't even say nothing because he couldn't save it, blood. All right, so at least Blake is there. All right. Disrespectful ass. Blake not good. And with him feet, JD. And him slow. Okay, well, the next goalkeeper not good in my hands. Bad mind, Blake. All right, the man. How much time the man saved Jamaica in the last couple of games? Every game, Blake saved Jamaica. Yo, no, ungrateful, you know. Ungrateful. All right, that's all I know. So anyways, let me go through the lineup because I can't even pass the lineup. I'm ungrateful. You see it? I'm me a pick up for Jamaica, you know? I am the one supporting Jamaica and all of them a fight. But ungrateful. Because they can't brag. I told you guys, once they can't brag, they start just beat everybody. All of a sudden they're so honest when they can't brag. Oh my God. I am giving Blake a little. Jamaica need new signings, goalkeeper. JD, it seems like it go between two defenders. It's hard to tell. All right, I am going to try and bring it on the screen and see if I can slow it down. But I thought the commentator thought it was a deflection, and I thought it was a deflection. And I saw the ball move. So unless he just kicked the ball with a different level of venom, and once it goes between the two players, then the compression swing it to somewhere else, because that's or the Wobia man put it to the next side. Then the Wobia man did it. The Wobia man did it. You know, the Wobia man did it. All right, the Wobia man did it, people. The Wobia man did it. All right. All right, there. All right, Lord. Bell, Pinnock, King, Lembekisa at the back. Reed, Frey, Cephas, Russell, Campbell, Kadamatieri. The first thing when you look at this, you are looking to say, oh my God, they really went and done this. When I looked at this, the lineup, because I was fixing my screen and everything, but then and I saw they started Frey, and he's a defensive central. I said they really went and did this. But remember, they said to us they have starters and finishers. And I said you should have good players and good players. So one you think is just above one to get the start, and if that one is not available, the next one starts. And people were trying to defend the coach with that stupid statement about you have starters and finishers. No football team have those foolishness. You have good players and good players. And one is in a better form and the next one can't overtake that one. If you have Nico and you have Rodri, if Rodri is not fit, Nico goes in there. You don't go and look someone else to put in. So what I'm pretty much saying is Anderson should have played this game. That's what I literally said a couple of days ago. Anderson should have started. Anderson, for the last two games, is the only midfielders that literally drops off and pick up the ball from the defenders. So that big long wild kick doesn't exist because you have a midfielder that screens the forwards. Oh, Lambert was robbed too as well, Demo. Fully agree. And I made sure to voice my disappointment in how they never gave Lambert any game. All right? And remember, these are things that I'm saying before the game played. So clearly, this is a big error because this player is not a defensive midfielder. He's a centre-back, right-back. He's a centre-back, right-back that can play defensive central. That's it. So when you're beating him, I think they ask him to do a job. And they don't believe in the other players. That's what they're telling. I listen to the coach. And if I should take anything that he said, he doesn't believe in the other players, them. You know? So, I don't know if it's because King after start, why he has to be forced to go into defensive central. It makes no logical sense. You understand me? But he could have gone to the bench and he could have actually put someone else there. You understand me? Latibodir, if he's fully fit, could have done a better job there because Latibodir could have been the actual tackler, and he has a cohesion with the team itself. So I think the big error right there was Frey starting instant, playing in a position that he plays in his life maybe 12 times in total, and recently I think he plays there maybe three to 6 times maximum in the last 2.5 years. He plays there 3 to 6 times. So he's not a defensive midfielder. And I made sure to make that clear before the game played. I said it in multiple videos. He's not a defensive midfielder. All right? Yes, Bobby was not playing behind him. Bobby was playing beside him because they wanted to make Bobby plays Daniel Johnson style role. So they wanted Bobby to play the box to box role, and Frey plays the mop up. But Frey doesn't have the foot speed to play the mop up role for a attacking winger player playing a deeper line midfield. So the two deeper midfield made no sense. You understand me? Because none of them playing their actual true position. You understand me? And you have people that were better equipped, that serve Jamaica well in those positions on the bench. So that tells me the coach doesn't trust in people that had done it before and believe that he's going to go with a new plan that never worked before. So he was the one that stated that he never wanted to try new things. Well, he literally tried new things in this game. So the midfield definitely lost, and he got it bad from there. Because remember, you're gonna go to other players now. Cephas, Russell, and Campbell. The only person out of that offer any defensive coverage would have been Campbell. So now you have 4 out of the 5 midfielders. None of them are tacklers. And Campbell is not necessarily a tackler. He's more of a zone person that recovers. So everybody that was playing is not a tackler. So why you think 25 minutes passed and Jamaica touched the ball around 4 times in midfield? That was the reason. Because they can't tackle, they can't win it back, so they are not comfortable to even try to intercept the ball. You understand me? They're hiding from the ball. I have a play here in my phone that one of my friends sent me. Your Bakuna brothers touched the ball 5 times between the all 5 midfielders, which is the 2 wingers as well. And they're 60 yards away touching the ball between the 5 midfielders, them Jamaica's midfielders, and they're running around in the first 25 minutes, and nobody could have actually stopped them at all. And it comes from the lack of confidence when you see the ball that's going through you. Could, to be honest, the whole entire game. Yes, Markline, but I said he's not a tackler. I never said Tyrese Campbell don't defend. I penciled him out as the only actual person that have ability to zone. But he's still not a true defender. So that means we started with 5 players that none of them actually defends in midfield. Because Frey is a defender, but he doesn't defend in midfield. All right? And they couldn't touch the ball, and they keep dropping off. They keep dropping off because obviously if you can't touch the ball, you are going to drop off. You are going to drop off. You understand me? And then they started to drop off on their center backs. And the wings start to be free. And Curacao only need to move the ball faster. So you have Comencia with impeccable control. Because I saw him in the CM sequence here, control the ball. Let me show you. Let me try to show you here. Control the ball. And that one control, Amarabel did want that ball. So credit to Amarabel. I think Amarabel was one of the most, I think Amarabel was the most standout defender. And to be honest, Amarabel was the most standout player in Jamaica team. Right throughout the 90, Amarabel was the only player that consistently be solid throughout the whole game. So Amarabel was the best player on Jamaica's team. He got a 6.9 here, but that doesn't tell you enough. He had 1 interception, 3 tackles. He had 85% passing rate out of 48 touches. Had 1 key pass in the game. Tried 2 long ball and created 1 big chance. He had 3 of 3 duels. So he won all of the duels them against the Comencia. All right. He lost possession only 7 times in this game. And he got a 6.9. But he was over the danger side and still was effective right through the game. So anybody said Bell ain't good in this game? Clearly not watching the football, you know? Yes. The next 2 now, which is King, I think this is the problem. I can say this straight. I don't think King had a bad game. He never had a bad game. I think he's just an uneducated footballer. Hear me out. Hear me out why I said he's an uneducated footballer. And this just doesn't help. And that's why I always said, if you're going to use only local players, just use them. King is the perfect definition of telling me that local playing players that doesn't have the experience overseas cannot play and hold the lines. King, he can do 15 good things, and you know that 15 good thing will turn out into giving away a ball. He runs out of position every time he gets the ball. He doesn't respect the midfielders. Yes, you can say that they weren't doing anything, but he's running out of his position. So every time he loses the ball, that's where the counter starts from. Every time King loses the ball, that's where the counter comes from. Because he takes the ball and if he can't pass it, he's going to run into midfield, and Curacao let him do so, because it's just Pinnock alone left around there. That happened like 15 times in the game. And I'm saying, who on the sideline telling this man to just, and we don't have Damian Lowe for the recovery pace. We don't have Damian Lowe for the recovery pace. We have Pinnock. Pinnock is not as fast as Damian Lowe, so he cannot recover. He did recover one of the ball. Pinnock did recover one of the ball, you know. But the amount of problem King caused on a football field. So imagine 2 or 3 of these uneducated players on the field. At this point, you know, I start to stop blaming the coach so much, you know. Some of these, no, but I him pick them, put them on the field. Because there is no way Pinnock and King starts in a game. It's no way Pinnock and King starts in a game. When you know that the speed at the back, Margarita is fast like everybody on the pitch. We already said that. I know that. Anson is fast and skill as well. So you have 2 fast, and we are obsessed with speed. We're obsessed with speed. And Margarita and Ansi is 2 of the fastest players on the field. Period. But they are 2 of the skillest players on the field as well. So you expected them to get behind your back line. So how are we going to stop them if it's just Pinnock alone will be left around there, because they're going to drag you in midfield where they're stronger, and they're going to take the ball from you. And that's my problem. But every time he stayed back, he did a good job. He did a good job because he made some cuts that I like. So I actually like something that he did in the game. Yeah, I like some cuts that he made in the game. But somebody need to talk to King about football. You understand me? So anyways, this is what King did in 90 minutes. He had 1 clearance, which was a good clearance. 2 tackles, which were 2 good tackles. One of them should have been counted as an interception because he blocked a almost certain goal. All right? So 1 clearance and 2 tackles. Very good. He had 96 touches. And this is where he starts to lose it, because out of 96 touches, he had 74 passing accuracy. So he completed 61 from 82 passes. So 19 inaccurate passes, and 6 out of that came from him rushing into midfield, break past 1 midfielder, and then give it to the opponent. Not give it to a next teammate, you know. Give it to the opponent. Go back and watch the game, please. So he tried 19 long passes, connected 10. I am okay with that. I am okay with that. But it's just the dribbling. It's just the dribbling I have a problem with him. Because he's coming out of position and he's just opening the pitch for the next person them to counter. You know? All right. So he tried 2 crosses. That was not accurate at all. So 0 of 2 crosses. Duels, 3 of 5. I'm okay with that. Aerial duel, 1 of 2. I'm okay with that. And possession lost 25. 25, and he's a centre back. And he lost possession 25 times. 25 times, 25 times centre back. Obviously, it's not always in the defensive area, but he's still starting counters for the opposing team. You understand me? Shot off target, he had 2 shots off target and 1 went into the goal and it was ruled offside, which was legitimate offside. Watch back the game. Anderson did impede, stop. Anderson actually fouled the player, and I really beat Anderson live as well. I really beat Anderson live. All right, yes. So that's king. That's king. So someone need to, if they're gonna start him, if they're gonna start him, he has to play by instruction. He's not the biggest player on the field. He's not a big baller. I don't know. I think ego is Jamaica's biggest problem. Because all of these kids, that's all they seem like. They're just too egotistic and they don't seem like they know much. But their ego keep on drawing them the wrong way. Because if they just sit and just learn of, like if they come through the pipeline and learn of Damien Lowe and Ethan Pinnock, but they're coming in acting like they're bigger than Ethan Pinnock and these guys. Brother, some of these players are average players. Barely sensible. So when we are blaming everybody, obviously we have to blame the coach to put them on the field. You know? Anyways, no. Ethan Pinnock definitely tracking back is slow. He did got back and get two recoveries. He has 2 clearances to 2 interception, 1 tackle. And he had 84% passing, which is 46 of 55. So way less, and he has 68 touches. Long balls, he put 6 long balls, so way less. Because King had 19 and he had 6. He had 6, and King had 19. 19 he had, and Pinnock had 6. And Pinnock completed 3 of the 6, which is 50%, which King had almost 50% because he had 10 out of the 19. So it still worked out the similar way. Ground duels 1 of 1 on the ground for Pinnock and 2 aerial 1, which Pinnock is very tall and he's good. And possession loss is 15 from Pinnock. 15 from Pinnock. So that's a lot. So between the two centre backs they lost the ball 40 times. 40 times. 4-0. They lost the ball 40 times, people. That is very bad. That is extremely bad as a centre back. All right. So what your midfielder doing? You understand me? But obviously, that's where you should blame the coach, because who is coming to take the ball from the guys them? Because they also play 20 long balls between themselves alone, not the fullbacks between the centre backs them. You understand me? So that's where the problem started from. King and Pinnock. That's where the problem started from. You get me? That's where the problem started from. You know? Yes. So Pinnock and King look like it's not a working pair. It's not a working pair at all. They don't have they don't have pace. One is composed. Pinnock is a composed centre back, and King is and trying to act composed person, because he's disrespectful. He's cursing people on the field just the same. So he's trying to act composed. All right. And I have to go hard on him because he doesn't know his place. And I think that these are the people that adds the bad energy in the team, because if they are so young and they're coming in acting like they're the big dogs, and brother, just learn football, man. It makes it more tougher, man, you know? And Frey definitely get the lowest number, and I think it's deserved. I think Frey wasn't good at all. He tried to get into certain challenges. Junior Bakuna kicked him down and stepped on him. And it looked like he lost his head from there. So a lot of you guys in the chat, maybe you would have lost the head as well. Because I think that Bakuna stepped on him on purpose, you know. I think Bakuna stepped on him on purpose. That happened around 18 minutes in the game, and once that happened, it's like he just couldn't focus anymore. He almost nearly backs down the man. So him could have get sent off. Yeah, so I think he wanted to come on and prove something. Yes, he was the worst. He was the worst. He was the worst out of everybody. Truth or truth. He was the worst. And deservable. All right. He had 45 touches, completed 25 of 32, 78%. That tried one long ball, two dribbles, failed two of the dribbles them. He had 12 duels, and he completed 5 of the 12 duels. Under 50%, and he's a big human being. Truth or truth, we can't pick up for him. He was losing the battle in there with them, and it shows on the stats as well. You know, it shows on the stats. He was fouled 3 times and he committed 1 foul, and he lost the battle of the duels. And he just had what 35% of his duels completed. You know, that is too much. You know. No, I never said Freer was worse than Russell, because to me it looked like Russell came on for a different purpose, and you have to blame people for the purpose that they came on the pitch for. And it looks like they wanted Russell to just get to the box as best as possible to play a second striker role. That's what I thought they wanted, because they made Campbell and Cephas go wide as possible to cut in. So that means they wanted a big target to be in the box and to cause as much chaos. That's what I think that they wanted. You understand me? So you couldn't blame him for defensive coverages when he was not functioning as a defensive. I remember I wanted him to come off at halftime, you know, truth or truth. That's what I said, you know. And you guys were beating me, you know. I said Russell need to come off the field. That's what I said halftime. Go back on my video. I said Russell should come off the field. But it's a function that they give to Russell, you know. I think Freer was the worst for his function. He should be the breakup player, and he never broke up anything. That's his function there, because Bobby Reed was the link player, truth or truth. You understand me? No, but I am looking at the field and I can tell you what the instructions are. And clearly, he was not a defensive midfielder trying to make any tackle. Russell was not on that field for that. His sole purpose was to make a tackle. His sole purpose was to make a tackle on the field. He made 2 tackles and he had 1 dribble pass. And he lost the rest of his duels them and committed the foul and was fouled 3 times. So he was involved, which I told you that truth is truth. Brother, I'm watching the game, you know, bro. All right. And I'm just telling you what I saw. All right. Yeah. So he was the worst for his job. I can't tell you any other story, my brother. All right. I don't think Russell was all that good. I never said that because I wanted him to come off at halftime, because I think he was a part of the reason why they were so bad in midfield. Because he wants to join the attack every single time. You understand me? And it's always a 2 in midfield instead of a 3 to fight Comencia and the Bakuna brothers them, and they are outrunning them in there. You understand me? So I don't agree that he stayed on the pitch that long. I wanted him to come off at halftime. You know? Yes, and then now, Kadamatieri never got any much service, to be honest. Let me see how much touches he had. Kadamatieri played 61 minutes on the field, and he had 11 touches of the ball. 11 touches of the ball. That's Kadamatieri never got any service at all. Because remember, for 25 minutes, you know, Jamaica barely touched the ball. It's when Curacao scored, Jamaica actually touched the ball, people. It's like when I watch the game. It's when Curacao actually scored, you know. Jamaica look like they're saying, okay, I'm not playing to what this coach tell me. I am playing what I know. And then that's when they started to recycle ball and play it themselves, like not to instruction, what they know, you know? Yes. If Kodamatir got those chances, he would have scored at least one, but he couldn't get the opportunities, you know. They did credit to Curacao as well. Curacao put him in positions, wide areas a lot of times, put two on him to let him have to run off them and stuff. So, and obviously the midfield, John Russell should have joined him a lot more, but John Russell stuck in transition and can't come out of transition. Yeah, so John Russell was all over the place, shoot, but he was never at the right position at any point. And the only time John Russell was at the right point is when he got onto the ball, and then he should have took the shot, and then he scuffed the shot, and it rolled to the defender to clear the ball off the line. Yes, so that's the only time he got into the correct position. So to be honest, for me, the correct team won the game. I think Curacao was the better team. The reason why I think Jamaica came into the game, and I would say after 40 minutes, Jamaica was the better team. But I can't shake to say that if Curacao never scored a goal, they wouldn't have dropped off. So I don't think it's Jamaica being good. It's based, of course, Curacao dropped off to secure their lead. And the reason why I said that is every single time they're attacking, Jamaica never stopped them. Every time they're attacking, they just pass through Jamaica. Every single time. So I want to say that they dropped off to the midfield third and gave Jamaica space to play. So I think we should not take that so much to say that we were so good and all that madness there, because where we were so good, that's the next conversation in my head. You understand me? But for me, that's the only thing, because I thought that Jamaica was on top for the rest of the game since the first goal. I think so. But I started to think and saying, okay, but they dropped off. No, they're not playing in the final third. They're not committing so much presses, because that's what, when you're a football man, you have to look at the presses that they're initiating from before to when they score the goal. And Margarita stopped pressing, right? So, and they dropped off to the mid block, and then now you have Bakuna brothers them playing as the striker role, and then the striker drops down to link the play. And I'm saying, okay. So I don't know how to read it, but based on the numbers, I thought that Jamaica got the ascendancy after the goal scored, right? But I have to tell you what I saw. Every time they played forward, their 1-2 plays, they played through Jamaica. So for me, I have to say that Jamaica did that, but how much of that had to do with Curacao just wanted to protect their lead? Because every time they went, they felt that, okay, maybe the lead is threatening and they want to go forward. Jamaica never stopped them at all. You understand me? Yes, and to be fair, it could have been more than 2. It could have been 2, 3 before even Jamaica had that spell. You understand me? So that's why I said I think the better team won the game on the day based off that metric. But I want to say on the numbers, Jamaica definitely kicked on. But I don't want the coach to use that to say that this is the team that he should start back. There were problems in this team, so make sure to fix it. Change the defender, the defender out of midfield. Put the actual midfielder in there. Yes, it was not well. It was not a good game for Jamaica at all. All right. It was a strategic game from Curacao. So don't buy into this foolishness and use the same players them, people. All right? That's my point I'm trying to say. I don't want them to believe in their own hype, because it's a false sense of security. It's a false sense of security they might get trapped into, saying that, oh, we play good, we play good and everything all right, and then go back with the same team. No. Fix up the team, put the right players in. JD, be the coach advisor. I try my best, I try my best, because I did warn them to not put that midfielder in that defender in midfield. I did warn them. I did. And they can't say I never warned them. I warned them. I know everybody's saying the same thing that I was saying before the game played. Because I go back on my video. I did warn them. On and off the camera. I did warn them. You know? If I said otherwise, it's a typo. What happened? Before the game, I'm saying Curacao is not a second half team. Okay, okay. But all I'm saying here, people, if a team score on you and then wanted to counter you and you have more of the ball, that doesn't mean that they couldn't take more of the ball, because for the first 25 minutes, they run down Jamaica and took all the ball from Jamaica. Every single ball from centre back, from midfield, from everybody, and Jamaica couldn't make a pass. So why am I to believe that Jamaica can just shut them down? No, I'm not going to believe that. I'm going to believe that, yes, they got the goal that they wanted and they dropped off and said, oh, it's time for me to counter you. I am going to believe that first, because you see, if they never had that dominant spell for the first 25 minutes, then I could say, yeah, man, it's just a fluke and Jamaica won the game. You know, I really wish we had won 2-0. And Curacao had the stats. No. Demo, what I'm saying is valid, but it's only because you're Jamaican and you just want to think one way. Because I'm bringing valid points. All right? Teddy Lee Gray said, and JD ain't gonna lie, Anderson looked better, but the coach said Anderson is a second half player. Anderson is a finisher. Anybody in the thing, ask the coach what he mean by a finisher. Are these players not capable of playing football if from the first minute? Because I saw Anderson playing football from the first minute, you know? So the coach said Anderson is a finisher, you know? So it's just code for you don't good for the start of the game, you know? Yes, so took from it the guys them can pass the football, which I had said they can pass the football. Big up yourself, J Ross, massive respect. They can pass the football, but they have a lot of changes to be made. Pinnock and King can't play together. That's a one. King is not one of Jamaica's main centre back. You can't force it. That's a two. You understand me? So Damian Lowe should be back in the team. Mason Holgate should be back in the team. Amari Bell and Ethan Pinnock should share the left-sided centre-back position. King Lowe and Holgate should share the right-sided position. And then we get a next left-back to accompany Greg Lay. Yeah. And we get Frey can play right-back as well. With Latibody and again. Yeah, so get the right person in for the right position. That's what Jamaica need to do going forward. We are seeing those things. Let me go to the other guys because I only have a couple more minutes. The first one that I wanted to touch, Karai Anderson, every time he comes on, he did the right thing. Whisper and Dixon look lively coming on. I like what they offered to the game. Josh and Angley now. I saw someone texted me saying that the new narrative is Josh and Anglin need to play. If Josh and Anglin start against Bermuda, I am almost certain he gets a red card on the field or he gives away 2 goals. He should have been sent off and he should have awarded a penalty within the first touch of the damn play. Are we watching football? I think the referee did us a favor. He never touched the ball. I pulled the ball up 14 times, blood. Him not touch the ball is a penalty that and a red card. What you know watching, people? Who not watch the games them? It's like we don't just make up stories. Every day we just find the next local hope for talk foolishness. Brother, that man never look like him. They're nowhere near the level. Stop this foolishness. Kevin Lambert needs to be in a damn team. So you can't say an overseas man. Lambert a Jamaican. Kevin Lambert needs to be in the damn team. The youth offer more. But clearly this guy, I don't know who picked the team, you know? But we stop the foolishness, man. Stop the fool. I don't think we can watch the game again and just come off of the internet and stop chat on the internet for 15 hours. And go watch the actual something I want to chat about. Because I want to chat to make no sense. Come off of the internet and watch the games at least one more time so it can be less emotional and have sense. You get me? God damn, man. Play what? Play what? Brother, just find Kevin Lambert from anywhere, man. You know? You find Kevin Lambert from anywhere and put him in another team and stop this bag of trial and error foolishness. Alright? Oh, them see a far shot and saying good. Oh, God. Oh, God. People, we stop the foolishness. Me here said the far shot that him take, you know. Demo said we love our local hope. Okay, Kevin Lambert, a Jamaican born. So the man him nothing. The man for us stay a Jamaican, just not be nothing at all. And that's the only time when they like them. The man a Jamaican born just the same. And the man a play good for 2 years. I want to go to pick Maggie, where the man him let go Maggie. Maggie go at JPL and no good. And him was the next hope. And this man constantly a play good. Or consistently a play good. You know, the mentality is just like the JFF. So we can see why the JFF get away. You know? Because when they sell out to the JFF. What about standing up for something before? Angling name Rooney. Jesus God. People, all I'm saying is, if these are the players that we're not going to hype up, Jamaica team is extremely average. And it's because they're on the field, that's why the actual professional them can't play good. So all you need to do is just pick the damn average players them and put on the field. And make Jamaica get 6, so we can take the team from Uno. We can just take the team from Uno and we own the team, and then Jamaica will be good. Uno need to put all on the local pride on the field. And then when we get 6 from all of these teams, because I'm almost certain that I got them, because we're not going to be wild like oats. You understand me? I have no footballing brains. I want to get 6. And then we're going to take the team for and put all of the quality ball of them. Blake and all of the sensible man them. We're going to make it overseas. We're going to put on the damn field. And Jamaica going to be good. Jamaica problem is the egotistic men that's actually funneling with the team. That is the problem. Because all of them man here, them cannot give you a straight answer why these guys are in the team. When you have players playing better. You know? Yeah, man. And one turn Maggie at Mount Pleasant now. Yeah, I know. I did talk about it. Yeah. Blake, I'll drop for weight. Brother, weight can... I'm not gonna this... Brother, if weight played that night, Jamaica under 4 between 20 minutes. You know why Jamaica would have been under 4 within 20 minutes? You guys forgot that Blake came through, you know. Remember, you know. Remember, people. Jamaica would have been under 4 within 25 minutes. Remember, Blake came out of the goal and made 2 clears that my boy broke the back line between Pinnock and King, you know. Go back and watch the game, guys. The right winger broke the back line 2 times, and it's the last ball. It's Blake cleared the lines, bro. So are you guys just throwing away Blake for? We need a keeper, yes, Jairus, but that happened, you know. Him did save Jamaica a whole heap of time in the first 25 minutes, you know. Them beat the back line of Pinnock and King over and over, and it was Blake clear the lines. So through him not save 1 goal, you never see him save 4 more goals. You see, because those goals never went in, you know. Only never see the man save how much more goals, you know. Oh, wow. Believe me, weight never come out of him goal, and my boy would have scored those goals as well. Or we would have gotten a red card within the first 25 minutes. So credit to Blake coming out of his line and actually clear those balls. Give the man him credit, people. The goal went in. Yo, no wicked in the man. Alright? The comment section. Yeah, man, the man grateful, man. The man come out time line and do good, man. You know? You can't please Jamaican. Blake is the best keeper. Anybody say otherwise an idiot. Yeah, if Adai come, I think Adai could have started over Blake. That's the only player I could have even entered the conversation with people. I am not letting you guys get away with it. Or you're not going to disrespect Blake. I want you guys to rewatch the game and see how much time Blake saved Jamaica. Some of the players can get beaten, but they never put themselves on the pitch, so the coach has to take the blame. Son of the style. Only Jesus could save the first goal, and Jesus doesn't play football. Oh my God! All right, I have like 5 more minutes to go. Yeah, man. So people, I think Curacao deserved to win it. The strategy was kind of poor from the coach. The player them rallied back and tried their best. But obviously they were down, and Curacao realized that they could have played through Jamaica, and they did when they came forward. It was very easy for them to play through them as well. It was never difficult at no point. All right. Yes, Demo J, but Demo J, if you watch the game, Demo, Jamaica could have been under 4-0 before Jamaica even did anything in the game, Demo. So if Jamaica under 4-0 before the game start, Demo, you would have on your WhatsApp group, not your WhatsApp group, your WhatsApp status, and this up everybody. Don't let me bust out the secret, you know. Don't let me bust out the secret. So the man them get equal chance just the same as Jamaica before. JD have to admit Blake is off pace. Yes, I never said he's, but I never said Blake is still same Superman. I'm just telling you we now have no other man. All right, we have no other man. Listen, wait, just give away 2 goals, you know, people. You see, because we keep a clean sheet and nobody don't watch football, and that's the problem. Blake just give away 2 goals. Blake give away 2 goals in every game in play. Every single game in play for Jamaica. Every game. Just go back to any game. I'm going to show you the 2 big mistakes them. Jesus Christ, man. You know what? Yeah, I'm me the one of the 8 of Jamaica, and I'm me a fight Uno for the player for getting respect. You know what? Yeah? Leave it alone. Oh, I want me so wrong now. We don't have no. Oh my God. Yeah, you know what? People, I do my 45 minutes, but me have to break down the game a little bit more, you know? Boy, me tell you, go watch the game and write them down. Go watch the game and write them down with the honest eye. This is Imaxit. Keep that. All right, Brando, I'm very sorry. All right? Nah, bro. No, I can't do 15 more minutes. My kid will be coming out in 4 minutes, so I have 2 more minutes to go. My kid is first, you know, Rabian. You're second and third and fourth. No, you're on 5th or 6th, Rabian. Big up yourself though. We go into the World Cup. Shane Billionaire. Nobody come with it, you know. And you there talk about soup and the biggest thing, and if you bring Spain and France. So brother, a 1 stream Shane Billionaire tell me so we beat any team, you know. 1 stream are going on. A 1 stream ago, Shane Billionaire tell me say Jamaica beat any team, you know. Bring on Spain, bring on anything, and the man Billionaire come and say, yo, we now make the World Cup. So hold on, we don't even play the other teams them, and we now make the World Cup. Shane, boy, one thing in there, Shane. I don't know what happened in that 1 game, but Shane changed his mind. After we got beat Spain. So you tell me, say, Curacao beat Spain. If Spain ever buck Curacao, I promise you, if them not get 6, God come. If them not get 6, God come. So how can you? We got beat up Spain, beat up Argentina, and beat up everybody. And then all of a sudden now we're not making the World Cup. Give them a chance to play out the games, then, man. Come on. All right? Morocco, USA dominated the play, but USA just couldn't stop that counter from Morocco, yeah, man. Morocco is a baller, yeah. When I said, no, Demo, you did say that a long time. But Shane just said it the last stream that I did. JD, take a bow. Your 3 teams going through Suriname, Curacao, and Haiti. Oh, God. People, take care of yourself. Me not take no bow. That's what the man him said. Me a Jamaica now. Okay, so the genius said Jamaica messed up them chance. So the genius the believe so we are go through anymore. Yo, you guys are special, little man. I, it's not me. It's somebody said take a bow. This I said I'm not taking no bow. Yo, people, I have done more than my 45 minutes. You guys got me here for 1 hour and 39 minutes. Take care. Take care. I will try and bring a stream that I can put up things on the screen so we can have more. I can show you what I'm talking a lot more. Huh? So take care. Please do smash that button, share, and subscribe. All right? They lost it, people. They lost it. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.